Hello everyone, my name is Jason Lee and welcome to The World Building Peasant. So today we're going to be looking over two maps I made. Originally I wanted to make a video, like a lore video on the Alderman Depression Zone or like a certain corporation, but I was just really struggling with making a script. Also I was still doing research, so yeah. But I still wanted to get a video out for Monday, so I made this small, well, not one small map, but two small maps, so I can kind of get a sense of like what I'm working with, like the terrain and like the area I'm working with. Also, I just wanted to draw a map just because. So yeah, as you'll be seeing, I've developed two maps. So this first one I'm drawing right now is I describe it as inspired by like the Black Sea or the Mediterranean Ocean. It's it's an enclosed ocean with like one area that connects to a bigger ocean. As you can see here, I was just playing around with the shape. I was also looking at a map of the Black Sea as well as the Mediterranean Ocean, and I was getting a couple inspirations. Perhaps some of you geography nerds might be able to tell some of the real world references, but other than that, try to make it not literally Earth. So as you can see, there's some interesting things, like there's a peninsula or two. There's that gap in the eastern portion where it leads to a bigger unnamed ocean that's not important to this world building setting. And then what you see encased inside the all that land is what's called the Alderman Sea, and then that's also where the Alderman Depression Zone will be located in, which during this time lapse you'll be seeing me draw it out. You'll also see I on the top I made a depth in meter kind of like legend to kind of show like how deep certain parts of the Alderman Sea is. Basically, it's just okay, the parts near the coast are usually shallow, and then as you go more towards the center of the sea, the more deeper it gets. There's some exceptions though. Um, it's very messy. It's just a quick sketch, so it might be hard to tell which parts are which. Also, this doesn't really account into like all the various like biomes and regions I want to mark in middle of this Alderman Sea. Like I want to like have like I don't know like a kelp forest zone or like an underwater mushroom biome or some part where there's like a bunch of like I forgot what they're called, like the hypo something vents where it's like all bubbly, and the areas where it's just like I don't know, just sand dunes, and or some places that are just black stone, etc., etc. Just like interesting, unique ocean biomes, and then they'll all like be surrounding that black dot you see, which is the Alderman Depression Zone, which is just depth. So, although this world building setting is very focused on the Alderman Depression Zone, I also kind of want to develop the area around the Alderman Depression Zone because I think there will be some important stuff to do with the surrounding regions. Oh, you'll also note I'm writing letters out. Those are nations. I mean, naturally, I just like geopolitics and nation stuff, so I had to draw out some plans for hypothetical nations. As you can see, is some unnamed empire. The lowercase a is a puppet state for the unnamed empire A. B is a rival empire to A. C is a unnamed city state. It might be hard to see, but it's that thing on at the entrance of the Alderman Sea. I'm just gonna say it's. I have a feeling it's basically gonna be like Constantinople, and then the towards the west is various small nations. So yeah, that's all there is for the first map, and then the second map I'm beginning now is more island based. It's not an enclosed sea. It's a very open sea. It does kind of feel enclosed because there's like a circle of islands around it. I just want to keep like a small border of islands to kind of like be like, okay, this is where the lore is happening. But yeah, this is much more island. dominant. There is still a big kind of continent on the east side. I didn't mark out the depth or like the topography of this one because I was just tired. I'm gonna be honest, and I did not want to draw in between all the islands. So, but basically the areas surrounding the little islands as well as the coast of the big continent, you can assume they're shallower than the area around um, the Alderman Depression Zone in this map, which is I'm still marking as that by giant black dot. You'll eventually see if it hasn't shown yet on this time lapse. I've also marked some nations. One is a mainland empire with its colonies on the coast, and then two on the south is a island nation. You can see that the mainland empire one is kind of bit off a chunk of it. Its eastern portion. And then 3 and 4 in the north are just two rival nations on sharing an island, this kind of long, squiggly island. And 5 is just this random nation on that western island. It's just there. I didn't know what to do with it. And then obviously there's just the Alderman Depression Zone in the middle. But I just wanted to know which of these do you think would be better, the concealed ocean map or the more exposed ocean map with islands kind of like marking a barrier? You guys can judge however you want based on aesthetics or practicality or science. If any of you guys are experts on the ocean, please give me any information that could help me. And also, these are very temporary sketches. There could be major changes, but this is kind of like a basic environment I'm going off of just to get myself grounded. But other than that, that's pretty much it. There'll be more like lore narration videos, hopefully, coming up this week, so be on the lookout for that. That's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.